Alright, so today we're going to make shepherd's pie. Set the oven to 400 to bake, and got the idea to do this today because I was watching a video a couple of days ago from White House on the Hill where he was making a dish, and that jogged my memory that instead of making up a biscuit mix for a topping, I like to do a topping that I'm going to show you at the end here. So that just made me think shepherd's pie, and now I'm hungry for shepherd's pie, and we're going to have it tonight. So I typically for a shepherd's pie will start with a blend of ground beef and lamb. However, today at the store, couldn't find any lamb. So I've got ground beef, 2 pounds, and typically that would be 50-50 lamb and beef. But we'll go ahead and start browning this off. And as that does that, I'll talk to you about the spices that I got in here. So what we're going to do, oh, and yes, once it starts browning off, also I'm going to add some onions that I've got chopped up already, garlic. Of course, that's just a staple in any food I do. Garlic, must have it. But other than that, I've got some spices in here that are all mixed together already. I've got some mint that I dried last year from our garden, sage, rosemary, and a little bit of herbs de Provence, and salt and pepper. All right. I want to make sure this has a nice savory flavor to it. And another thing, I don't know if you've noticed this yet, but this is going to be a one-pot meal because I'm browning off the meat in the cast iron skillet here, and when I'm done browning the meat off, everything else for the shepherd's pie is just going to go right on top of that and go into the oven like that. So not only is it a wonderful comfort food meal, but it's also nice and easy and relatively quick. So let's let that brown off a little bit. Also, you got to remember too, the first ingredient of any meal, wine. What I've got here is my Cabernet Sauvignon from my winery in Columbus. Cheers. Okay, so I'm back here and I've got the meat mostly browned off here. Onions are added, garlic is added, all the spices. Just mixing that up a little bit more. And then what we'll add is some tomato paste. And the way I have my tomato paste here, you know how you open a can of tomato paste and you've always got leftovers from what you need in the recipe you need. So I have this nice little, it's actually an herb saver tray, but what I do is I'll divide up the rest of the can into these. These are each a tablespoon. So I'm going to pop 2 of them out here. They're a little silicone, so you just push. Really nice. And then you can just pop that back in the freezer, and they keep forever. All right. So mix that in. And again, I started the ground meat with my Pampered Chef Mix and Chop. I absolutely adore that thing. Again, one of those things I thought I would never use, but use it all the time now. So once you get the meat mixed up, you can start thinking about putting your vegetables in. And what we've got today are peas and carrots. And once this tomato cooks down and I get it mixed in, I'll put those on. Now you don't have to worry too much about getting your meat completely browned off because it's going to cook some more in the oven and that'll cook it off the rest of the way. You just want to make sure you get it nice and broken up so that you don't have any big clumps that are going to make anything uneven, because you want to layer this. So there, we've got that all broken up, nice smooth layer there, and we're going to add in our peas and carrots. Okay, so the next thing that goes in is my secret ingredient. At this point, for shepherd's pie, you can turn the stovetop off at this time. At this point, you would add in a layer of mashed potatoes and bake it off that way. Well, we're still going to add mashed potatoes, or still add potatoes, but they are tater tots. This makes it a little easier, as well as a little more fun. Especially if you're trying to feed this to kids and they don't want normal food, they gotta have their tater tots. Just go ahead and spread those evenly so you get a nice topping on there. Okay, and then what I like to do on top of that is add a few more seasonings. Some garlic powder. Again, you never can have too much garlic. And a little black pepper. This one's almost empty. Alright. So this is ready to go in the oven. You're going to want to leave it in for about 35 to 40 minutes, just until everything is nice and brown on top. And that way it guarantees that everything is cooked through as well. And again, perfect timing. My preheating just finished. Alright, we are back. We have finished from the oven here. And this is the finished tater tot shepherd's pie. So I'll get it plated up and we're going to enjoy some dinner. This smells so good. Alright, and with that, thanks for watching. Cheers.